We the people, we the people, we the people, we the people.
United States of America.
Hi, folks. Johnny K with the We the People of RI Free Speech TV show here again. I'm here with mayoral candidate for Providence, Chris Young. Chris?
Thank you for having me here. And obviously, the flying of the UN flag on a piece of property that received federal funding in the most recent flood is treasonous. The reality is that, our tax dollars went towards funding the loans to remodel this mall. And this mall obviously, has issues, when they have a community booth that isn't really for the community, because we tried to use it in the last election and they wouldn't call us back and giving us time there. And when you have serious issues of corruption on a federal level and on a global level that, is pushing towards the dissolving of the United States as a sovereign nation and pushing towards a global government. That's what we really have to talk about, the removal of basic freedoms that will occur under this new global government where, you won't be able to have more than one child and the government will come after you and force you into their programs, which is like the kind of policies that they have in China, in communist China, and this socialist fascist type of agenda is occurring in the United States. Now, what's really happening is that we have election fraud on every single level, on a federal and state level in this government. We are not in a free society. You are not free. You may think that you're free, but when your taxes keep going up and there's less and less jobs and the price of everything starts going up, you realize that you are a slave. Your salary goes just towards living expenses now, and it will even get worse than that, and that's what's coming in this country. The wrath that is coming upon this country for what's happened, a complete betrayal of the very founding documents of the United States, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution of this country, these things have been trodden upon by those individuals that are pushing towards globalization, and we have to realize now that the judgment of that is coming. God's judgment is coming on this country, because when you have a society that is not free, that is enslaved, when you have a society where people have no ability to overcome these obstacles, the only recourse that we have as a society is to stand with God and wait for what will come, which will come is a great judgment. The economy will collapse, interest rate swap derivatives will go bad, the banks will shut down, the price of property will be cut in half, 65% of a price of a piece of property will fall. Again, this country will collapse now. That's what's coming next.
One of the additional horrible things about the United Nations that people should realize is their major push for population reduction. They have pro-abortion programs where they go into countries that receive funding and help, but they mandate that they first accept their basically pro-abortion policies and that they do implement those as a contingency thing for them receiving the funding. So it's beyond immoral. And I have to look up the name of the woman, but I think she's the department, the head of the Department of Gynecology or Obstetrics at Women and Infants Hospital. She was recently appointed, and this was just put in the Providence Journal, to some sort of a task force with the United Nations. So, and she is 100% pro-abortion, and you can just when you look at these ties, they use population reduction programs to basically to kill off people in this world, so they can kind of control the herd. Basically, they want to bring down our population, which we're not even at replacement levels basically worldwide, and people don't understand that it's an absolute myth that we have an overpopulation problem. People should really watch the movie Demographic Winter. Please, everybody, take a minute today and look that up online, Demographic Winter, and understand that we do not have a population problem, and that in many countries, in France right now, actually, they're so far below population replacement levels. In other words, you have a man and a woman, you need to create 2 more people in order to replace yourselves for when you die. They're so far below that they are paying people. They are paying couples to have children. And you'll see that problem in Italy and other areas in Europe. In America, recently, there's been a lot of press about the fact that we are falling just at replacement levels. In other words, we can't go down even a little or we're going to be going literally backwards. And so people wonder why we don't have, money for Social Security. We don't have any new people. We're killing off our entire population. And so I just want to make sure that people are really understand that the United Nations is a very pro-abortion organization, in addition to all of the other bad things about it. But when they had a conference recently, with the Girl Scouts were there, and they were giving out, it was a brochure, and it was called Healthy, Happy, and Hot. Okay, this was information that was going out to Girl Scouts, kids like 10 years old. And it talked about, basically just about sex and their rights to sexual pleasure and things. And this was done through the United Nations and the Girl Scouts. So please, people, look that up, be aware of what's going on, and don't think of them as a benevolent organization, because they are not. You can also go to wheretovote.com. That's WHERETOVOTE.com. And Chris Young has a lot of these things up on his website. Click on Socialist Agenda on the left-hand side, and you can go right to the link to Demographic Winter. You can see the movie Mayafa 21, Black Genocide in the 21st Century, and also a great article that you need to read called The Frankfurt School, Conspiracy to Corrupt, that goes over a lot of these issues and their links. Thank you very much.
This concludes this program broadcast. We the People, a freedom of speech television show. Go to www.wethepeopleofri.org.